Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. We have to have a little conversation. I'm coming to you live and direct from the Caribbean Sea. I'm coming to you live and direct from the island of Curacao with the Atlantic Ocean behind me. That means I have the ancestors behind me, brothers and sisters. That means I have the ancestors behind me. Y'all see the Atlantic Ocean? That's the largest cemetery in the world, filled with the bones of our African ancestors, brothers and sisters. I'm coming to you now because I heard one of our young brothers, one of our children, 15, 16-year-old brother. I believe it was Kansas City. I just got the news here in the Caribbean. Brothers and sisters, our young brother was shot in the head twice. Accidentally knocked on the wrong door. An 80-year-old crusty Neanderthal. What's going on with the Wi-Fi with my Instagram one time? Africans with me? Are my TikTok Africans with me? Are my Instagram Africans with me? On my Instagram, I just came from dipping in the ocean, brothers and sisters. I had to go to the beach and take a salt bath. I had to go to the beach and take a salt bath to get all the coon juices off of me. I had to take a salt bath to get all the Negropean DNA off my flesh, brothers and sisters. Now the battery is charged. I'm ready to come back. Coming back to the United States King Kong consciousness. It's time to organize, energize, mobilize, and destabilize the power structure, brothers and sisters. So I'm fresh out the Atlantic Ocean, building with the ancestors, communicating with the Orishas and the Loas and the Abusums and the Netters and the Iyami and the Egbe Orun and the Ori Ipon Re and my spirit guides, brothers and sisters. So this old crusty Neanderthal shot a child in the head. They said after the child was shot, according to the reports, allegedly, after the young brother hit the ground, the old crusty pale man stood over our son, the old crusty Neanderthal, the cave-dwelling organism, the genetically modified human being, the artificial man. He stood over that brother and shot him again. Shot twice. Allegedly, the police took old crusty into custody. Allegedly, the police took old crusty into custody. And they released old crusty in less than 24 hours. The police, the time for that. What's going on with my Instagram? Mark Zuckerberg. Cut it out, Zuckerberg. So this old crusty Neanderthal shoots our brother twice. They take him into custody and release him in less than 24 hours. And they claim the reason he had to be released. I missed you too, baby. I miss you too, no more sweetie L. But it's consciousness over the cookies. I need you to stay focused right now. According to the authorities, he had to be released without being charged with a crime. Now, I need y'all to understand, overstand, and understand this ridiculous nonsense coming from the racist police force of Kansas City. They said, we cannot hold him unless he is charged with something. And they said in order to charge him with something, we need a statement from the victim. Now let's dissect this European mind pluckery. Let's dissect this European mind pluckery for a minute. Can we dissect this European mind pluckery for a minute? They said he can't be charged. He can't be held unless he's charged. He can't be charged without a statement from the victim. So if that is the case, if he cannot be charged without a statement from the victim, what do y'all do when somebody is murdered by a known assailant and the victim is dead and the victim can't give a statement? What do you do then? Because most of the time when you get shot with a gun, you die. So most of the time when people are charged with murder, the victim was not able to make a statement. So if most of the time murder victims, shooting victims are not alive to give a statement on what happened, are you telling me as long as you kill the victim, you don't get charged? I think we all know that's not true. I think we all know that's not true. I think we all know that's not true. Who have you ever heard of somebody being shot or killed, and because the victim can't give a statement, the perpetrator is allowed to run free? I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that. If they suspect you of having shot somebody, they're going to charge you with something just to hold you. Just to hold you. Just to hold you. This is nothing but white privilege, brothers and sisters. This is Neanderthal advantage. That's what this is. This is white privilege. This is Neanderthal advantage. This is blue-eyed bias. That's all this is. This is blonde hair, blue-eyed bias. I'm just going to call it what it is. I'm just going to call it what it is. We can't hold him unless we charge him. We can't charge him without a statement from the victim. So what if the young man would have died? Thank God he didn't. So the white man goes free, even though everybody knows he shot the brother, because the victim can't produce a statement. This is nothing but double standard justice. Where is Vice President Kamala Harris when we need her? Where is Vice President Kamala Harris when we need her? Where is Vice President Kamala Harris when we need her? Where is old crusty President Biden when we need him? Where's President Biden? Aren't you the chief law enforcement officer of the United States of America? Is not the president the chief law enforcement officer of the United States, which would make the vice president the second highest ranking law enforcement officer in the United States? Now, if I remember you clearly, Kamala Harris, if I remember you a few days ago when you were in Ghana making West Africa safe for the rainbow, when you were in Ghana, Vice President Harris, making South Africa safe for the rainbow flag, you specifically stated human rights. You specifically stated justice. You specifically stated equality. I can play it back for you, Vice President. I can play it back for you, Vice President. You said justice, equality, human rights. You said that if Uganda does not repeal their anti-rainbow legislation, they will lose funding and support from the United States for violating people's human rights, right to justice, and equality. So if you will travel 10,000 miles, Kamala Harris, if you will travel 10,000 miles, Vice President Kamala Harris, if you will travel 10,000 miles to make West Africa safe for the Rainbow Gang, can't you travel a few hundred miles to make Kansas City safe for black children? Kamala Harris, are you going to make a visit to Kansas City? Or are you going to check on our little brother who was shot twice by an old, crusty, pale man? Or are you going to look into that? Or does justice only matter with black people when they are of a non-traditional persuasion? Does justice only matter for black people when we are rainbow ganging? Does justice only matter for Africans when we are rainbow ganging? Because I want to know, when is Kamala Harris going to pull up to Kansas City the way she pulled up to Ghana? When is Kamala Harris going to pull up to Kansas City like she pulled up to Ghana? When is Kamala Harris going to pull up to Kansas City and see about that child who was shot twice in the head for knocking on a door while black? You can't even knock on a door when you black, brothers and sisters. You can't drive while black. You can't shop while black. You can't walk while black. You can't hunt while black. And now you can't even knock on a door while black. A child can't even accidentally knock on a door. And the old crusty pale face responsible for the shooting, the old crusty pale face responsible for the shooting is free. Free, no need for bail. He's free, no need for bail. He's free, no need for bail. Kansas City, street protests. Street protests plus. You know how they like to say alphabet, alphabet, alphabet plus? We're going to start putting a plus on back of everything we say. Revolution plus. Protest plus. Boycott plus. We not voting for the Democrats or the Republicans plus. I said, we not voting for the Democrats or the Republicans, plus. I said, we not voting for the Democrats or the Republicans, plus. Plus means by any means necessary. The revolutionary plus means by any means necessary. I said the revolutionary plus means by any means necessary. If Kamala Harris don't show up to Kansas City, if Kamala Harris don't show up to Kansas City after you flew 10,000 miles to make West Africa safe for the Rainbow Nation, you flew 10,000 miles to make West Africa safe for the Rainbow Nation, but you're not going to go see about that little black boy who was shot twice, whose shooter is out because he's an old crusty white man? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We're going to call this the Carolyn Bryant effect. We're going to call this the Carolyn Bryant effect. Why do we call this the Carolyn Bryant effect? If you all remember, Carolyn Bryant is the old crusty who got Emmett Till assassinated. Carolyn Bryant is the old who's living her best life. The U.S. Justice Department will not charge her. The state of Mississippi will not charge her. Carolyn Bryant will not be persecuted for leading the lynching of Emmett Till because she's an old crusty. So here we have a brother being shot in Kansas City by an old crusty, and because the perpetrator is an old crusty, they can't go to jail. So America is sending a message to all old pale people. If you are old, crusty, and pale, you can kill black people, shoot black people, murder black children, shoot black children, and you do not have to worry about being arrested. You do not have to worry about being indicted. You do not have to worry about being charged. You do not have to worry about being incarcerated. You do not have to worry about being convicted or sentenced. Emmett Till, that was 1955. This is 2023. 5 to 05 was 50 years. 15 was 60 years. 20 was 65 years. 68 years after Emmett Till. 68 years after Emmett Till. We are 68 years after Emmett Till. We are 68 years after Emmett Till. And old crusty pale people are still not being held accountable for killing blacks. Old crusties are still not being held accountable for killing black children. Who told me America has gotten better for the Negro? Who told me America has gotten better for the Negro? I'm coming to you live from the Caribbean Sea. Show me the statute in Missouri. Show me the statute in Mississippi that says if you're an old crusty, you cannot be charged with killing black children. There's no such law. So here's the next question. Where are the revolutionary black attorneys at? Where are the revolutionary black attorneys at? Where are the revolutionary black attorneys? See, I'm the revolutionary black psychologist. I'm the revolutionary black educator, and I'm taking care of business in my discipline. We need the revolutionary black attorneys to take care of business in their discipline. Where the revolutionary black politicians at? Where are the elected black officials of Missouri? I want to know why this white man is out. Not arrested, not on bail. He just out. He just out. Looking for more black children to shoot. He just out. I need to talk to any black elected official in Missouri. I need to know what you're doing to get this man prosecuted. I need to, if you are in Missouri, I don't give a damn what state. I don't care if you city council, the mayor. I don't care if you state rep, state senator. If you are a black elected official in Missouri, you better be able to tell me what you doing to get that old crusty pale man taken into custody for shooting that child twice in the head. Missouri, you got to get up on your game. You got to get up on your game. This is as bad as Michael Brown. Rest in peace to Michael Brown. This is as bad as Ferguson, brothers and sisters. Is this Ferguson 2.0? Is this Ferguson 2.0? Is this Ferguson 2.0? Rest in peace to Michael Brown. Is this Ferguson 2.0? Is this Ferguson 2.0? What are we doing on the grassroots level? What about the black clergy of Missouri? Where's the Kansas City black clergy at? Where's the Kansas City black clergy at? Where's the Kansas City? What's the Kansas City black clergy doing about our brother who got shot twice in the head? I'm so tired of the docile Negro. I'm so tired of the docile Negro. Let me explain something to you if you live in America. If you live in America, I got some bad news for you. If you are African and you live in America, listen up. My pretendians, my Native American Negroes, y'all can listen up to, because sooner or later you're going to snap out of your false identity crisis. So you listen up to. America does not care about black people. Let me say that again. America does not care about black people. Do I need to repeat that? Do I need to repeat that? Benjamin Crump, you better be fighting for justice, or I'm going to change your name to Benjamin Chump. Benjamin Crump, we don't want no money. Justice, my brother. Justice. Benjamin Crump, we want justice, my brother. You've defended damn near every police and white racist shooter, killer of black people since Trayvon Martin. You ain't got one single law change, Benjamin Crump. No disrespect, my brother, but you got to start fighting for some justice, my brother. Not money. Justice, Benjamin Crump. Justice. Anyway, black people, it's time to unite. It is unify or die. It is unify or die. It is organization or extermination. It's one way or the other. Voting ain't going to change nothing at all. Y'all been voting for 200 years. Voting ain't going to change. It is unify or die. It is organization or extermination. I don't care if you're a Muslim, a Christian, a Hebrew, a Nation of Islam, Nawapian, Pan-Africanist, socialist, integrationist, multiculturalist. Whatever you in, we have to unify across skin tone, all African. I didn't say across race. I said skin tone, Africans only. This is all black everything. If you have a problem with all black everything, hop off the live right now. If you have a problem with African family first, hop off the live right now. If you have a problem with African people first, hop off the live right now. You got you a snow bunny? Hop off the live right now. Snow puppy, hop off the live right now. Hop off the live right now. First of all, we got to get all the brothers and sisters who only want to struggle with brothers and sisters. We got to unify. Independent Africans, independent-minded Africans must unify. Some of us are so in love with white folks, we can't do nothing for ourselves. Some of us are so in love with the oppressor, we can't do anything for ourselves. So if you are a multiculturalist, integrationist, accommodationist, colorblind religionist, hop off the live right now. Save me some time. I said if you are an integrationist, accommodationist, multiculturalist, or colorblind religionist, hop off the live right now. You're useless right now. You are absolutely useless. If you a Negro who believe we all got to be in the same religion before we can work together, get your ass off the live right now. Get off the live right now. If you think everybody got to be a Muslim, a Hebrew, a Christian, get your ass off the live right now. Religion ain't got nothing to do with it. Get your ass off the live. This is about African family first, brothers. This is about African family first, brothers. This is about African. We don't hate nobody, but we love ourselves. And we will not be given any explanations for why we are all black everything. That's over with. That's over with. The white man ain't gave an explanation yet for why he's killing black people out here. He ain't gave an explanation yet on why the prisons are filled up with my people. He ain't given an explanation yet why black children are being miseducated and over-identified for educationally, mentally retarded, ADHD, learning disability. The white man ain't given an explanation yet on why black children are arrested 8 times as much as white children. He hasn't given an explanation yet on why he's gentrifying the black community. He hasn't given an explanation yet on the poor health and the high infant mortality rate of black America. He hasn't given no explanations, but I'm supposed to explain why I'm all black everything? I'm supposed to explain why I'm African family first. If he ain't got to explain his conduct, I damn sure don't have to explain my conduct. Unapologetically African. If you're not going to be unapologetic, get out the way. And black women, I don't mean no harm because I love all my sisters. Black women, I don't mean no harm because I love all my sisters. Black women, I don't mean no harm because I love all my sisters. But if you still ain't rocking your own natural hair by now, if you a black woman in 21st century America and you still ain't rocking your own hair by now, if you a black woman in 21st century America and you still ain't rocking your own hair right now, listen, sisters, I don't want to hear the excuses hard to take care of natural hair. I don't want to hear the excuses easy. I don't want to hear that. All of that is denial of self-hatred. You are imitating your oppressor. Let's just be honest. Can we stop with the denial? You are imitating your oppressor. Blonde hair, blonde weave, blue hair, fake hair, Indian hair. You are imitating your oppressor. Let's get over it. Black men with the snow bunny hopping. Let's get over it. You feel inferior to the Caucasian and you need his woman in order to feel equal. Let's stop playing games. You feel inferior to the white man, so you need the white woman to make you feel better about yourself. Can we stop playing these games? It's freedom for everybody or freedom for nobody, brothers and sisters. It's freedom for everybody or freedom for nobody. Listen, stop throwing people names up on the feed. What institution is that brother building? Is he building any institution at all? I don't want to hear about no damn intellectual masturbation identity wars. I could give a damn about what somebody chooses to call himself. If you want to be a Native American, you want to be an indigenous, you want to be an Aboriginal, you want to be a Cherokee, a Choctaw, a Seminole, whatever you want to be, what solutions do you have for our people? I don't give a damn about no names and titles. Where are your institutions and solutions? Do any of you pretendians have any institutions or solutions? Do any of you Native American Negro Seminoles have any institutions or solutions? Do any of you Choctaw wannabe Negroes from Africa have any institutions or solutions? Do any of you intellectually masturbating, I'm not from Africa, wannabe pretendians, do you have any solutions or institutions? We can't have a conversation. If you ain't got no institutions or solutions, we can have no conversation. See, before you can be revolutionary, you got to be solutionary. Before you can be revolutionary, you got to be solutionary. And I want all my Africans around the world to listen up. I want all my Africans around the world to listen up. I want all my Africans around the world to listen up. When I get to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, we're going to take over the reparations movement because everybody else is a bunch of frauds. I'm going to say it. We taking over the yeah, me. I'm doing it. I'm taking over the reparations movement. You're damn right. And I'm going to announce it from Ethiopia, Addis Ababa, the cradle of civilization, Emperor Teradros on my guard, Emperor Menelik II on my guard, His Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I on my guard, United Pan-African Reparations Front for all Pan-Africanists in the world who want a united Pan-African reparations agenda. That's right. That's right, brothers and sisters. We will not be divided by language. We will not be divided by religion. We will not be divided by nationality and ethnicity. We are one people. We are one reparations front. We're going to put out one united reparations demand. That's right. That's right. For Africans in Africa, for Africans in Europe, for Africans in Australia, for Africans in the South Pacific, for the Africans of Canada, for the Africans of the Caribbean, for the Africans of the United States of America, for the Africans of Central America, for the Africans of South America in front. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I done sat back and watched these reparations opportunists do nothing but make YouTube videos. I've seen nothing but YouTube videos and more YouTube videos. I don't see nobody organizing on the grassroots. That's right. I'm taking over reparations. Yup. Just like I'm taking over independent schools. Yup. Just like I'm taking over YouTube and Instagram. Yup, me, King Kong. Whether you like it or don't like it, sit down and look at it. Whether you like it or don't like it, sit down and look at it. Get ready, brothers and sisters. United Pan-African Reparations Front.